welcome to the stage Director of Hawaiʻi Tourism Oceania, Darragh Walshe.
Mahalo. Surprisingly, this isn't the most nervous or anxious I've felt during this conference. That was reserved for yesterday, watching those Cirque du Soleil performances. I think that talented acrobat at least showed us fortitude, and if at first you don't succeed, try again. But please, if at first you don't succeed, don't try skydiving. Anyway, aloha kākou, o Darragh Walshe, ko'u inoa. It is a pleasure to be back to Hawaii, and in particular reconnecting with the people in the place. We have actually just finished our Aloha Down Under Roadshow, and at each event we acknowledged the custodians of the place that we were at, be it in Australia or Aotearoa in New Zealand, and we also communicated and performed an oli komo, and we definitely felt for the guests in the room that sense of connection and purpose was so strong, and it's definitely a reminder how travel creates opportunities to share cultures and experience a greater depth of connection. So speaking about connection, speaking about connection, here is our HTA, your HTA connection to Oceania, our Hawaiʻi Tourism Oceania team. Some of you may be aware that Jen is on maternity leave. She's had a lovely little baby girl in addition to the family, and we'll see her back in the new year. And also with me on this visit is Jackie Walsh, our Walsh Group Managing Director. Thank you. So let's look at the market. Over the last couple of years, post-COVID, we have actually been able to report excellent growth from Australia and New Zealand. However, this year has been much more challenging. Economically, the market is still soft. The local currencies have been throughout the year at the lower end of our value scale versus the US dollar. And also obviously coupled with a general increase in prices. Also, airlift has been very fluid out of our market, with changing destinations seeing the benefits of moving airlift and also airlift maintenance having an effect. So Hawaii was also hit negatively out of the New Zealand market, with Hawaiian Airlines changing to seasonal service. So as we look here for January to August, for those months leading to August, we had a total visitor value of 340.8 million. Our length of stay is very strong still, along with the per person per day expenditure, which is actually over $300. Our total arrivals are down about 13%, and our airlift similar, so there is a correlation there. But as we look ahead, I can see a bright new day dawning, and what better location to experience a bright new day than from the vista of Haleakala. So as we look at the economic predictions for 2025, the good news is that inflation is finally tracking down, which will ease the cost of living squeeze. And we have also seen some easing in rates and pricing in Hawaii, which will also make a valued difference. From an exchange rate perspective, it has been a tough year. We normally the aim is, if we had any control of that, would be for the AUD to be in the 70s versus the US dollar. Through the year, it's been sitting more around the mid-60s. But as Elahia mentioned, we've just recently seen it start to track up. It's sitting at 69 cents at the moment. So we're hoping for that to continue because it will make a big difference in 2025. On the competitive landscape, there is no doubt that destinations are investing more in both the Australia and New Zealand markets. These are just some examples: California, Fiji, Indonesia. And if you look at our outbound out of Australia and New Zealand, you'll see in particular some markets that are seeing growth. Indonesia, Japan, we hear it's a great place to visit at the moment. Really good value there. and also Fiji. The good news is that our market is not planning to reduce their travel plans. The recent Skyscanner report revealed that 75% of Australians plan to keep travelling the same or if not more, and the top activity drivers are cuisine, history and shopping. There were similar insights revealed by the Luxury Escape research. 72% revealed they planned to spend the same or more, with food, tourism and experiential travel being the biggest drivers. On average, respondents spend about 8,000 to 10,000 Australian dollars on a holiday, which is similar to what we're seeing in terms of per person per day spend in market, net the airfare cost. So the target audience. The following is developed using research on Hawaii's previous profiled loyal customer, along with research and observations around the type of high-value, mindful traveller we would like to attract to Hawaii. We have 3 target audiences: the responsible traveller, the high-value traveller, and the loyal traveller. And we're very thankful for that loyal traveller, the repeat visitor. When we look back pre-COVID, about 50% of our market was repeat. Now, this year, 58% are repeat. So it just shows you the importance of that loyal, high-value, repeat visitor who will travel even when the circumstances are more challenging. So we continue to identify 2 key segments. The family segment tends to be parents and school-aged children, a multi-generational family, and then couples, traditionally skewed older, although trending to younger, where we see that couples are more likely to be mindful and responsible. So let's look at strategies. So we have evolved our messaging from a strong focus on malama, which still exists, to one which introduce a greater range of experiences that are enriching for both the visitor and host. Our campaign themes reflect a traveller who is looking for a deeper holiday experience, and it's very much aligned to regenerative tourism, whereby that enriching experience that the visitor feels and interacts with also plays a part in enriching local communities and the environment. One of our big campaigns this year was a partnership with digital travel platform We Are Explorers, and it followed the journey of an Australian influencer who connected with Hawaii's rich heritage, traditional practices and special locations. The resulting content was very much about delving deeper into the destination linked to tradition, culture, and the natural landscape. The content included short-form video, editorial, social, and imagery that has been able to be shared with the Knowledge Bank for global use. Here is one of the clips.
What I love about farming kalo is how it connects me to my culture. By being on mahi'ai and farming kalo, I'm able to learn more about myself. Here at Waimea Valley, we practice the ancient Hawaiian tradition of farming kalo. Kalo is very important in the Hawaiian culture. We believe we are descendants of kalo. Ancient Hawaiians farmed kalo. It was the most important staple crop.
There you go. This is my first chop of a piece of kalo. Now it's time to cook.
You got your kalo? Slowly just kind of smash it. Use your mole.
You can already start to smell it.
Oh yeah, it's delicious.
Delicious.
Farming is malama aina. We're not farming just to make a profit. We're farming for you and I to eat. And I want to keep this heritage alive, this practice alive, and share it with the next generation so it continues on.
I hope you like that. And I hope you're also thinking that aligns with, and it's a perfect precursor to the People, the Place, the Hawaiian Islands campaign, because you just might be right there. Another nice partnership we had was with TV show Tangata Pacifica, who broadcasts free-to-air through national television in New Zealand. It's got a broadcast and digital following of over 350,000, and we brought them up to film and follow the Festival of the Pacific, and they also did a nice little segment on Maui as well. Here's a little intro clip.
Aloha, Welene Mai, and welcome to this Tangata Pacifica special. We're here at the Festival of Pacific Arts, known as FESPAC, in the state of Hawaii. Around 20 countries are represented here, showcasing Pacific arts, culture, and pride. From the beaches of Oahu to the Hawaii Convention Center, the street markets of Honolulu to the King Kamehameha Parade, and the glamorous locations. This is the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture, Hawaiian style. The festival theme this year is Ho'oulu Lahui, Regenerating Oceania. And what better way to kick things off than to welcome countries taking part in the traditional va'a ceremony on the shores of Kualoa Bay.
So that was part of a half-hour feature, and I think it's online if you want to have a look at. Aaron Salah, you got a big feature. That was the second one, actually. The second half, it's all about you. And moving on, in terms of our major programs, I'm just going to touch on a few of our major programs, and we do also have that industry opportunity platform on the HTA website where you'll find all the opportunities, including all our FAMs, press trips, etc. So look out for that. So firstly, given our current messaging and campaigns, it is a natural progression to bring the USA brand campaign into the Oceania market, the people, the place, the Hawaiian Islands. Our market knows Hawaii as a sun, sand, surf destination, but they choose Hawaii ahead of other more affordable sun, sand destinations because of the depth of experience and connection. We've already tried out some teasers in the market with a very positive result, and the concept and the messaging definitely resonates with our traveller. Our next project, there is a huge interest in Hawaiian culture in our market. The project here will be based around a content partnership with a prominent publication promoting Hawaii's cultural experiences. And I think you saw a previous partnership we did with Traveller magazine, which we're looking at the moment for this partnership. The project would involve curated content within the publication, as well as the creation of content that we can use via other digital channels. Our next two programs relate to travel trade training. The month of lei was created when we sort of decided to extend the very successful Lei Day promotions that we were holding in the market. It basically means the whole month of May showcases Hawaii, and it includes as part of that in-depth destination training. And having the island chapters come down in their own right enables us to go to much greater depth in educating the travel trade. Okay, aloha down under. And we all know that Hawaii tourism has had its fair share of controversy and drama, and I apologise last year by adding to that by stating that Aloha Down Under would only be every 2 years. But anyway, we listened to the very polite feedback from from the Hawaii industry, and also, to be fair, from the local Australia-New Zealand trade, and it was back. And we changed it slightly, we made it more manageable and fresher, and yeah, we've had a very good, successful 10 days, just finishing last week. So for 2025, we have been able to allocate more investment towards co-op. Since COVID, in our market, the importance of travel agents has just kept growing. They were always very dominant. They're even more dominant. It is extremely high from a global perspective in terms of the importance of the travel trade and the amount of bookings, but also destination choice that is driven through that trade partnership. And so we're in an environment where there's a lot of airlift change as well. It's very dynamic. So there's a real range of destination choices for the consumer who are wanting to have more of an experiential vacation. So the list that you can see below includes Qantas as well, and it's worth mentioning Qantas. Next year, Qantas will have a greater reach into the market. They are replacing their Jetstar services out of Melbourne to Qantas services. This is great for us because those Qantas services, the Qantas aircraft, the Qantas passenger, aligns much more with our high-value target market. Now, we also have a few programs related to the ocean. You saw the Duke Festival partnership in the little preview video. This one here relates to a growing interest in swimcations, whereas the name suggests it combines swim events with a vacation in a beautiful location based around the ocean. One of the biggest from our market is actually the Fiji Ocean Swim, which attracts over 250 participants, mainly from Australia, New Zealand, but other Pacific Rim countries as well. So we are working with the organisers to bring the event to Hawaii next year. Continuing on the ocean theme, and we have this in terms of our incremental budget proposition for next year, is sea cleaners. Some of you may have heard or experienced sea cleaners. It's an extremely important initiative for us. It's a partnership with a not-for-profit environmental company, and it brings youth ambassadors from around the Pacific Rim to Hawaii to talk with, to share ideas with local Hawaiian youth ambassadors, and to really focus on the issue of plastics in the ocean. But I think what it also does, it also connects to that concept of regenerative tourism, where tourism and travel can play a positive impact on the people in the place, and it also reflects that connection that we have, particularly as Pacific Rim neighbours across the ocean. And I think I've just about hit my time, and it's perfect for me because I think my next slide says mahalo. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you for your time.